Good morning, class. So, today we are going to begin with a new chapter adjectives. So, here I have four sentences. First one, Sita is a clever girl. So, what kind of a girl is she? She is a clever one. Second, I don't like that boy. Which boy am I referring to? That boy. Now, he gave me 5 mangoes. How many mangoes did he give me? 5. There is a little time for preparation. Little time. What time? Little time. So here clever, that, 5, little. What are they describing? Here clever is describing Sita and Sita is a noun. That is describing a boy. That is referring to a boy. So boy is a noun. How many mangoes? 5. So mangoes are nouns, right? Mangoes is a noun. So here we have 5 mangoes. Time is a noun. So little time we are referring to here. Little time, we are referring to time as little time. So in sentence 1, clever shows what kind of a girl Sita is. In sentence 2, we are referring to a boy, that boy. In sentence 3, we are referring to the number of mangoes. And sentence 4, we are referring to the time. How much time is left? Little time is left for preparation. So, all these describing words or describing words that describe nouns. Clever describes girl, Sita, that refers to boy, 5 refers to number of mangoes, little refers to time. So all these words which describe a word or a noun are referred to as adjectives. So these are describing words. Adjectives are describing words. It tells us something specific about a noun. Okay? So adjectives are describing word. Simply they describe nouns. Now, a simple little exercise for you. Picture a car in your mind. Right? So now do you have an image in your head? What kind of a car you're driving? A red car maybe? Just picture it red in color. Now drive it fast. Now make it into an old-fashioned car. Now make that red car into a green car. So were you able to do it? Now all these colors, red, green, or words like fast, slow, old-fashioned, what are these? These are adjectives because they're describing the car, whether it's red in color, whether it's green in color, or it's an old-fashioned car, or it's a new one. So these are referred to as adjectives because they're describing noun. Now, adjectives can be used to describe color. Like I said, red car, green car. So you can have various color. All the colors, blue, red, green, purple, black, these are all adjectives. Adjectives can be used to describe opinions. So a good, pretty girl, right path, wrong path are referred to as opinions and they are all adjectives. Thirdly, size. So size here means big size, small size, long, short. All these are adjectives. Fourthly, age. An old man, a young boy or a young girl. These are adjectives. And these are words used to describe an individual. A noun. Shape. A round, oval, square, triangle, rectangular. All these are shapes. And these are all adjectives. To describe origin of a person, whether the person is German, Malaysian, Indian. So all these are describing words and they are referred to as adjectives. Time, late, early, all these are adjectives. Then material, What is the thing made up of? Whether it's glass, it's made of glass. When they're made of metal. So these are all adjectives. Then distance, long distance, short distance, adjectives. Again, temperature. I'm feeling hot or cold. It describes that. Cool, warm. So these are adjectives. So here we have a look. Adjectives can be used to describe color, opinion, size, age, shape, origin, time, material, distance, and temperature. Let's have a look. Now, over here, there are certain examples. David is a dependable person, right? So, what kind of a person is David? Now, dependable is actually describing David here. That David is a dependable person. So, dependable is an adjective. Second, Rupa. Rupa is very kind. So, what kind of a girl is Rupa? Rupa is a very kind girl. So, kind is an adjective. Nisha is having high fever. Now, what kind of fever is it? High fever. So, high is an adjective. Last sentence, the juice is too sweet. Now, what kind of a juice is it? Sweet. So, sweet is an adjective here, right? I hope this is clear to you. Now, there are different kinds of adjectives: qualitative, proper, quantitative, demonstrative, possessive, and quantitative, and interrogative. So, these are the kinds of adjectives that we have here, and we'll be taking them one by one. Now, qualitative adjectives. What are qualitative adjectives? Qualitative adjectives, they describe the quality of a person, a thing, or a noun. Okay? So describe the quality of a person or thing. For example, its size, a general description of a person, could be a physical description, the physique, age, shape, color, material, and purpose. So, what kind of a ball is it? Large, round. So, these are all descriptions about a thing or a person. So, let's take up some examples. For example, tall, excellent, young, square, plastic, slim. So, these all are examples of qualitative adjectives. Because tall describes what height does that person have. Excellent, young, young girl, young boy, young man, young woman. Square, plastic, slim. Let's see how do we use them in a sentence. Now, first one. She came up with unique ideas. Now, what kind of ideas are we talking about? Unique ideas. So, unique is an adjective because it describes the ideas. The ideas are unique, different. So, unique is a qualitative adjective. Kolkata is a large city. Now, here we are describing a city, Kolkata, and the describing word is large. So, large is an adjective because here the large word is telling us that Kolkata is a big city, it's a large city. So, large here is a qualitative adjective. He is an honest man. Now, what kind of a man is he? He is an honest man. So, honest is describing the quality of the man. So, honest is an adjective. The foolish old crow tried to sing. Now, what is the quality of the crow? It's a foolish old crow. So, foolish and old both are adjectives because they are describing the crow. So, the foolish old crow tried to sing. Foolish and old are qualitative adjectives. I hope that qualitative adjectives is clear to you. Now, coming over to quantitative adjectives. Now, when we talk about quantity, we're talking about numbers or the amount. The quantity can be one or two, liters, small, big, little, much, many. So, all these are quantitative. Sorry. So, to indicate the number or amount of things, quantitative adjectives are used to indicate the number or amount of things. Let's take up some examples. For example, some, much, little, enough, all, no, any, whole, several. These are all examples of quantitative adjectives. So, the first sentence, there was no milk in the jug. So, no is telling us that there was nothing in the jug. The quantity was 0. So, there was no milk in the jug. So, no here is a quantitative adjective because it is telling us that nothing was left. The quantity was 0. There are 37 students in the class. Now, how many students are there? What is the quantity? What is the number? It is 37. So, 37, as it is telling about the quantity or the number of students in the class, it is a quantitative adjective. Third, I ate some rice. Now, what amount of rice did I eat? Or what is the quantity? So, some. I ate some rice. So, some over here is a quantitative adjective. Now, moving on to demonstrative adjectives. Now, what does demonstrate mean? To point out or identify nouns. It means to point out or identify nouns. For example, this, these, that, those. Now, supposedly, I tell you, this is my friend Tina. So, who is my friend? This. So, I am using the word this to tell you that the person who is present over here, this, is my friend Tina. So, Tina is actually a demonstrative adjective because I'm telling you this here, this one, I'm referring to him. So, I'm referring to a person named Tina who is my friend, and this is my friend Tina. So, this is a demonstrative adjective. Second, those books belong to her. So, I'm referring to those books, the books that are kept there. So, those, it's a demonstrative word. So, those is a demonstrative adjective. So, those books belong to her. It is telling about the books that books are kept there. So, those are the books that belong to her. Thirdly, that boy is hardworking. So, which boy is hardworking? So, that is referring to a particular boy. So, that is an demonstrative adjective. These mangoes are sweet. Now, which mangoes are sweet? How would I know? So, these is a word which is telling us that these mangoes are sweet. Okay. So, this, those, that, these. These words actually tell us about an object or about a person. So, they point out or identify them. This is pointing out towards Tina. Those is pointing or identifying books. That is identifying boy. These is identifying or pointing out the mangoes. Okay. So, a word that points out or identifies the nouns are demonstrative adjectives. So now please refer to your book, The New Grammar Tree, and chapter number 3, Adjectives. You have this exercise A where you need to underline the adjectives in the sentences given below. Please do this exercise A, and I will also be sharing a worksheet with you which you need to complete. Neatly write down these sentences and underline them in your homework assignment book. Okay? Use a nice pen and neatly write it down so that it's look neat and clean. All right?